In the grand tradition of classic television comedy, the Beverly Hillbillies consistently transformed simple premises into comedic goldmines through the alchemy of character timing and cultural contrast. Having established Jethro's passionate dream of becoming a double-knot spy in the opening sequences, the script now shifts its focus to the delightful process of establishing his headquarters right in the heart of Beverly Hills, specifically in an empty office within Mr. Milburn Drysdale's bank building. This development marks a brilliant escalation of the storyline, moving from private family fantasy to public spectacle and setting the stage for the glorious chaos that defines the series at its best. The transition begins with Jed Clampett's characteristic generosity and practicality. After listening to Jethro's ambitious plans, Jed decides to support his nephew by securing an office. He instructs Jethro to head to the bank while promising to call Mr. Drysdale. This moment beautifully illustrates one of the show's central pillars: the unwavering support the Clampett family extends to one another even when the dreams in question are wildly impractical. Jed, the quiet patriarch whose immense oil wealth has not corrupted his Ozark values, sees no harm in indulging Jethro's latest phase. In the 1960s context, when American society was rapidly modernizing and urbanizing, Jed's willingness to let his nephew pursue such an outlandish goal represents a gentle celebration of individual freedom and familial loyalty. Upon arriving at the bank building, Jethro's entrance is pure physical comedy. Clad in his heavy armor-plated double-knot spy coat, he struggles to move on a warm California day. "Mr. Drysdale, could you give me a little shove to get me started?" he asks, prompting laughter from both the characters and the audience. Max Baer Jr.'s performance shines here, conveying Jethro's earnest determination mixed with physical awkwardness. The image of this towering hillbilly, dressed like a walking medieval knight in modern Beverly Hills, perfectly encapsulates the fish-out-of-water humor that made the show a cultural phenomenon. Mr. Drysdale, ever the opportunist, is initially resistant because the office had been promised to Baker and Associates for 6 months. However, upon learning that Jed Clampett, his largest depositor, wants the space for Jethro Drysdale's priorities shift instantly. Jed Clampett has a bundle, he declares, and the office is Jethro's. This exchange offers sharp yet affectionate satire on the power of money in Beverly Hills society. Drysdale's frantic greed is a constant source of comedy, yet it is rendered with such warmth that he remains a lovable antagonist rather than a villain. Once inside the office, Jethro's excitement reaches new heights. "Didn't know it was me, did you? This is just one of my disguises," he proudly announces to Miss Jane Hathaway. His enthusiasm is infectious as he declares the space double-knot spy headquarters from Beverly Hills. Jane, the ever-loyal and long-suffering secretary to Mr. Drysdale, reacts with her trademark mixture of amusement and concern. She has seen many of Jethro's phases before, yet she cannot help but be charmed by his sincerity. When Jethro explains that he must remain secretive because the place ain't been bugged yet, the dialogue sparkles with the show's signature wordplay and malapropisms. Double knot for double ought. Double knot spy for double O. 7. These linguistic twists never grow tiresome because they stem organically from Jethro's innocent perspective. The script deepens its comedy by contrasting Jethro's playful espionage with the real-world consequences unfolding around him. Unbeknownst to the Clampetts, the office was intended for Vincent Baker, secretly a bank robber known as Tony the Torch Montanaro. Baker and his accomplice are furious when they discover their carefully planned heist has been derailed by that Jethro kid. This subplot adds layers of situational irony. Jethro's pretend spy activities are inadvertently protecting the bank vault directly beneath his desk. When Drysdale reassures Baker by comparing Jethro's behavior to a James Bond movie, the humor reaches a sophisticated level. Drysdale, attempting to explain the situation, asks if Baker has seen the films. The criminal's familiarity with Bond only heightens the absurdity here as a real criminal facing a fake spy in the most unexpected of settings. One of the most charming aspects of this section is the family's continued involvement. Ellie Mae arrives at the office much to Jethro's initial frustration. He had instructed her to be sophisticated and mysterious, but her genuine country sweetness shines through. When she greets him casually with "Hey Jethro," he scolds her gently, trying to maintain his professional spy demeanor. These interactions highlight the wholesome family dynamic at the heart of the series. Even as Jethro attempts to immerse himself in the world of international intrigue, his cousin's presence grounds him in reality. Granny's earlier warnings about turning him loose in downtown Beverly Hills echo here, yet the family's trust in one another prevails. Jethro proceeds to demonstrate his various gadgets to his visitors from London headquarters, Ellie Mae playing along. He proudly shows off his armor plating, claiming it will turn a rifle bullet, and attempts to activate his secret shoe weapon. "Now watch my shoe when I yank this," he says excitedly. The malfunctioning gadgets provide excellent slapstick opportunities, reinforcing the theme that Jethro's enthusiasm far outpaces his technical ability. When he accidentally installs items backwards or struggles with his equipment, the comedy remains affectionate rather than cruel. This is the Beverly Hillbillies at its most endearing, celebrating the triumph of spirit over sophistication. Mr. Drysdale's attitude toward the entire situation reveals his complex character. While he initially sees Jethro as a nuisance, he quickly recognizes the financial benefit of keeping the Clampetts happy. "He's happy and so am I," Drysdale declares, acknowledging that Jed's massive deposits make Jethro's antics worthwhile. This pragmatic approach to friendship, viewing relationships through the lens of banking balances, provides gentle satire on 1960s corporate America while never undermining Drysdale's humanity. His panic when real criminals are involved contrasts beautifully with his tolerance of Jethro's play, creating rich comedic tension. The establishment of the spy headquarters also serves a larger narrative purpose. It bridges the two main storylines of the composite script. As Jethro settles into his new role, the family's focus gradually shifts toward preparations for returning home for the Possum Festival. Yet even as new plot threads emerge, the spy headquarters remains a source of ongoing humor. Jethro's insistence on secrecy, his elaborate but ineffective security measures, and his unwavering belief in his spy identity provide a continuous thread of comedy that runs parallel to the developing Possum Queen campaign. Through these sequences, the script demonstrates remarkable craftsmanship. The writers balance broad physical comedy with subtler character observations. Jethro's dim-witted but pure-hearted enthusiasm never feels mocking. Instead, it invites the audience to root for him. Jed's patient wisdom, Granny's fiery practicality, Ellie Mae's loyalty, and even Drysdale's money-driven pragmatism create a rich ensemble that feels lived in and authentic despite the outlandish situations. The 1960s setting adds another layer. This was an era of spy fever, Cold War tensions, and rapid social change. By placing simple hillbillies at the center of such trends, the show offered audiences a comforting reminder that core American values of honesty, family, and common sense could thrive even in the most unlikely environments. As Jethro fully claims his office and begins installing all kinds of crazy things, the stage is masterfully set for further escalation. The armored coat, the backwards gadgets, the secret mirror checks, and the enthusiastic demonstrations all contribute to a comedic symphony that celebrates innocence in a cynical world. This section of the script reaffirms why the Beverly Hillbillies endured as a beloved classic. It found humor not in tearing down its characters but in lifting them up. Armor plating and all. The establishment of the spy headquarters represents more than just office space. It symbolizes the Clampetts' ability to transform any environment into their own unique corner of home. In Beverly Hills, amid glass towers and sophisticated bankers, Jethro creates a realm of imagination and possibility. His double-knot spy headquarters may be absurd, but it stands as a testament to the power of dreams, no matter how loudly they pound or how heavily they are armored.